Hey guys, what's up? Today I've been checking out Deliver at All Costs. It's out now and you can pick it up for £24.99 on Steam, or if you have Xbox Game Pass, you can get it on there as it's included in the price. If, like me, you like to save money on games, check out the Green Man Gaming link in the description and you can get your Steam key for £19.99. Also in the description is a great deal on NordVPN with my discount link, so you can save money on the game and protect your online privacy while helping out the channel. Right, let's get on with it. Deliver at All Costs is a debut title from Swedish indie studio Far Out Games. It's published by Konami. The game is set in 1959 on the fictional island of Saint Monique. Players navigate a world filled with chaos, destruction, and crazy antics. I guess there's a bit of inspiration from classics like Crazy Taxi and Grand Theft Auto, offering a unique blend of physics-based driving and a narrative story. So as always, let's start with gameplay and a little bit about the story. You play as Winston Green. You're a gifted engineer facing financial issues. You hear about a job on the radio for a delivery company and, well, off you go, embarking on a series of bizarre deliveries, each more crazy than the last, and I do mean that, it does get very crazy. You might be transporting a giant frailing Merlin one minute, to a poo-covered statue the next, to catching boxes from the sky, to driving up an active volcano. One thing I did like about this game was every delivery seemed different, and the game is also out to get you quite often. Like, it'll always add in that extra challenge rather than just getting from A to B. At its core, Deliver at All Costs is a sandbox-style action game that emphasizes destruction, and basically you can plow through buildings, bridges, fences, anything you want to. The game's physics engine allows for that creative problem solving, and I must admit the destruction in this game was pretty well done. The game also features a customization system, which allows you to modify your vehicle with parts found throughout the world. These upgrades can enhance performance and add new abilities. It was a bit basic, but you can add things like a crane on the side of your truck to pick things up, for example. Then usually the mission after will make use of that item. There's also on foot sections as well, so it's not all about driving, where you'll go for a bit of a walk, go and talk to characters, go and deliver things. Sometimes you've got little puzzles when you get to your area, like how do you get it off your truck, and you have to climb some ladders and put a rope or move a crane. Or like in the case of the Merlin, you have to go in this like wash thing and wash it. So yeah, there's different things to do. It's not all about the driving. Some of the things I didn't like about this game was I didn't like the way the GPS system worked. So basically you have where you're going to, and they put arrows on the road. It almost looks like they're painted on, but this isn't very good. Basically the camera's way too zoomed in, so it's often hard to see where you're supposed to go. The minimap is rubbish because you're going so quick as well. You can miss them little markers. Also, talking about the map isn't huge, it's not very big, and it's also split into areas, so it's not like a free roam where you can just drive around everywhere. You got to transition between areas, and it's really like jarring. Like, you're really getting into like the flow and the move and the excitement of the game, and then you go to the next area and it just slows everything down. The screen goes to black, there's a loading screen, and then you just kind of pop out the other end to start bringing the chaos here. And it's 2025, we shouldn't have them loading screens. They were from like a bygone era where the game couldn't manage to do that. I think it just dejects from the experience a little bit. And one of the final things to say about the missions, you may say this is a good or bad thing. Each mission isn't very long. They're usually about 4 or 5 minutes. You just have to get something from point A to point B, and there'll be usually some sort of mechanic involved. Be it fireworks going off, be it dropping fire, be it delivering balloons where you become really floaty. So each mission keeps that unique aspect going on. And I will say, on the whole, I was kept engaged throughout the missions. They were usually quite exciting, quite interesting, and because you never knew what was up and coming, it always kept you on your toes. But I will say it ran out of steam just a little bit towards the end. Graphically, this game embraces a stylized retro look. It really captures the essence of the 50s, I would say. The game's viewpoint perspective, though, as I said, is way too zoomed in, and it needs to be zoomed out a little bit. It can just be a bit hard to see what you're doing or where you're going. However, the game's got such a vibrant color palette with really good destructible environments, it really makes up for it. Where it doesn't bode so well is character models and animations. They're quite average, and I don't think they look particularly great in the cutscenes. The game's soundtrack, as you'd expect, is very 1950s inspired. The sound effects in game are decent. You can really hear that destruction as you wreak havoc across the city. Voice acting, again, was just very, very average. So in conclusion, Deliver at All Costs offers a unique and chaotic experience. It's very chaotic. It's got a great mix of over-the-top missions, destructible environments, but let down a little bit by the average story. The game runs out of steam a little bit by the end. However, there's moments of genuine fun here. The gameplay loop does get a tad repetitive. The small sections of the map that keep having to load in really take away from that immersion and fun. And there's also a few technical issues here and there. I think for me, this game was a bit more of a playing smaller sessions type of game. Like, I didn't want to keep playing and playing and playing and playing. After half an hour, I kind of put it down. Then went and done something else, came back and played some more. It's a pretty good, light-hearted, physics-based action game. You know it's free on Game Pass. It's a no-brainer. $24.99 puts it at the same price as the excellent The Precinct, which I reviewed last week. So I would say for $24.99, maybe wait for a bit of a sale. Or of course, you can save yourself a $5 and get yourself on Green Man Gaming using my link in the description below. Anyways, guys, that's all I've got to say on this one. Don't forget to drop this video a like. Comment below to let me know what you think of this game. Will you be picking it up, wishlisting it, or waiting for a bit? And most importantly, hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.